Hey, what's going on? Schizo Jits here. Right from the UPS truck to the studio. It's here to talk about Volkanoski, Alexander Volkanoski being the replacement for, and it's official now. I heard him go on Ariel Wani. So it's official that he is the backup for Charles Oliveira and Islam Makhachev in Abu Dhabi. So this thing, man, this is crazy because I guess it's been, because Benil Dariush is also claiming that he was told that he was going to be the backup. So maybe he's the backup to the backup. I mean, who knows? They have two backups. They could do that. I mean, he's going to be training for a fight anyway against Gamrot. So it kind of makes sense. What would be cool is what if Alexander, even if something happened to that one of those guys in that fight, would he be down to fight one of those guys, Gamrot or Dariush? Which I guess, I mean, I do see, he does deserve a title shot just from what he's done. Why not? If he's willing to fly to Abu Dhabi and just take a short notice fight, why not? You know what I mean? He's already there. Don't hurt him. Stop too much. Kind of like a win-win for him. If he wins, he gets another belt. If he gets put in that situation, that is. But we'll get into how he matches up. Because I don't know about that. I mean, in short notice, you want to go. Well, I guess he said on Ariel's show that it had been a few months, or a couple months that he knew already. So he was already planning this. He's got his whole team getting flown out, all that. So he already kind of knew what was up. So, I mean, he did prep for him. But it's kind of different. You got to prep for Charles Oliveira and Makhachev. That's two, opposite type styles. I mean, you got a dangerous jiu-jitsu guy and dangerous on the feet, and Charles Oliveira, who just, he's kind of dangerous everywhere, basically, on top, if he's on your back or just on the feet, he's been landing big punches on everybody. And then you got a guy like Islam Makhachev, who's like a Khabib, but a little more technical as far as just taking this guy down and inching his way down. And on short notice to have to train for a Dagestani style wrestler, just a different style. I mean, or it could be Oliveira. I mean, it's kind of hard to bring in. What kind of caliber guys you bringing in? So I mean, I don't know. It's tough. It'd be a tough matchup for Volk. He's definitely a little tank. He's a big dude. He's short, but I mean, he's a tank. He takes a lot of damage. He inflicts a lot of damage. And I mean, and he has that attitude too, that fucking swag with him. Like, he don't care. Because that's what I think really helped him a lot when he fought Max Holloway. Because, Max Holloway usually, if he has his way, he's overwhelming you with volume and just nonstop punching, where smothering you, where you just, and he's taking damage himself. But his defense is just a good offense. Well, when it came to Volkanovski, it's, he worked his feints really well too, one of the best. So he's feinting, he's getting reactions, and he's also fighting fire with fire, and meeting Max in the middle. When Max throws his shots, he's answering, he's throwing right back, making Max pay for the reads or the feint bites or whatever. So, I mean, he's got a little bit higher fight IQ, but also that I'm going to bring it to you. You know what I mean? So no matter what, I'm going to be right there in your face. And mentality. And used to be a big-ass, 230-pound rugby player. Like, those guys got to be crazy. I mean, imagine if all those guys became fighters. I mean, that's just a crazy sport anyway in itself, But just a different breed of toughness. Every country has their guys that are just tough as fuck. We got football players. We got whatever, MMA fighters now. That's worldwide, but guys are coming up from all around the world, so it's been growing sport, all that. So, I mean, I don't know. This is a tough matchup for Volk, I think, either guy, but I think it would favor him a little more to fight Oliveira, just because even though Oliveira is probably a little bit more dangerous everywhere, I feel like if he could maybe hurt Oliveira, or then he could maybe finish if he gets on top, or he could just outpoint him, or, his cardio is freaking up there too. So, I mean, I could see him just having just a crazy fight with a war with Oliveira, but just he could take so much damage and he could give damage. I could see that matchup being a little bit more favorable. I don't think you want to go against a Dagestani style wrestler of Islam's caliber on short notice. Well, even if it's a month, whatever, too. I mean, you can't bring in those type of guys who could emulate it and you could pick up that much that fast. I don't think, unless you have that Bo Nickel type fucking wrestling pedigree where you've been wrestling your whole life, type of thing, which I don't know, maybe Volk has, but I don't, but I don't, it's not, I don't think it's the biggest in Australia and, New Zealand and all that, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's crazy. And where does this leave Benil Dariush? Because what if one of those guys get hurt, him or Gamrot? Maybe, fucking Alex the Great could jump in there. You know, he thought he was in there, but yeah, but maybe he was also promised or just said, hey, this could be a possibility. You know, damn, sorry, hot. It got hot up in here. Check this out real quick. We'll edit this shit out. Let's see. Pick up my phone. Over here sweating for my coffee. Sweating for the coffee. Bitch better get off me. Oh. Yeah, quick. Ooh, a little lower. Drive me crazy. All right, yeah, so back. Yeah, Alexander the Great, he's going to be, I mean, this just shows what kind of balls and craziness he has. I mean, like I said before, it's kind of a win-win for him because he could win a bout, or even if not, he's going to get a lot of money for it if he does have to fight. But he doesn't lose much, you know, because even if he loses, it's not in his weight class where he is champion. So he still has his belt. He can still go back down and defend it. And this is just like taking a chance. And, you know, and he might be going up to 55 anyway. So, I mean, if he could do both, that's good. But he might find a home at 55. He might be a little smaller there because he is shorter. But like I said, he is a little baby tank. You know what I mean? You got different size tanks. You know, you got like a DC tank, you know, who's just a big old, you know, stocky tank. And you got a little shorter, you know, smaller tank. You know, that's what Volkanoski is. And also with the fight IQ because, you know, he adjusts during the fight and been in tough situations. Brian Ortega escaping those chokes. I mean, Ortega's just as legit. He don't have the resume of Oliveira and all, you know, because, I mean, he has the most submissions in UFC history, and growing, you know, because that guy's, you know, he's not done. He's still young, but, you know, I don't know, man. It's just a tough matchup, I think, for Volk either way. It shows a lot on his part that he's going to fight anybody. So it's pretty interesting. I don't know what you guys think. Who would win that fight, and if it does happen. If not, also I want to talk about Islam and Charles. I'll do that later though on a different, because that's coming up soon. So I'll probably do that this weekend or so. Yeah, because that's coming up real soon. Excited about that one. What's that coming up next month, right? I don't know. I get my shit confused as far as UFC.